It has been a few months over a year since I've started out here on YouTube, and I feel like I'm finally getting into the groove of things. There have been a lot of ups, and that's what you usually see on screen, all the cool adventures, all the cinematic moments, meeting new people, so forth and so on, but there have also been a lot of lows, and these tend to go unseen, off and behind the camera. This is the demotivation, the lack of discipline, sometimes just feeling out of it, but I've managed to continue, so I thought I'd share my thoughts on how I stay on track when it comes to the YouTube journey, and hopefully these will help you too. One of the first things I learned is that you have to thoroughly plan out your videos, and I know this seems sort of obvious, but you gotta think about why. I used to simply write out the bullet points and then maybe a generic list of shots that I want to overlay, but that really limited the quality of the video I could make because I didn't have a strong enough vision for how I wanted it to look at the end. And once I really started diving deep into the details of how I planned my videos, making sure that my script was thorough, making sure that whatever B-roll that I filmed actually correlated to what I said on screen, I gained this ability to sort of visually choreograph my video before I had actually ever filmed it. And when it came to filming, the process was a lot easier. Say I had to improvise for whatever reason, then it wasn't that hard to come up with an idea to replace the scripted one because I knew exactly what I was doing, and this just saved a lot of time. Now, what else this really did is it just shot up the raw quality of my videos, and I could actually feel the value that I was offering to my people. And naturally, with how much more effort I put into planning these videos, I became a lot more confident. I became a lot more excited about actually shooting them, because how could I not? And if you had put in that same effort, you'd probably already have so many creative ideas at that point that you're gonna execute. The second thing that I learned, and this is also just helpful in general, is that you should have some sort of content strategy, or at least some sort of list with all the content ideas that you could possibly make. An example could be a schedule where you upload twice a week and you upload X type of content on Wednesday and Y type of content on Sunday. And the same thing sort of goes for the list, except you have a list of 50 potential video ideas for X content and you have 50 potential video ideas for Y content. The reason for this is so that you always have a direction, and let's say your creativity decides to fail you. Well, you'll never have a lack of ideas. You'll always have that list to pull from, or at the very least help inspire the next video idea. It's also going to be extremely helpful when you reach a point where you want to output a lot more content per week. The next thing, and this thing actually kept me so excited and motivated throughout my time spent on YouTube, and that is to not be afraid to expand within your niche one category at a time. So let me give an example. Let's say, I don't know, you have a filmmaking channel. You start off with camera gear reviews, but then you expand into drone videos, and then you expand into tech videos, and then maybe even PC setups. This is awesome because this is gonna keep your content fresh for your viewers. It's also gonna keep you from getting frustrated about doing the same kind of content over and over again. And like I said before, it's gonna keep you excited, it's gonna keep you motivated, and it's just gonna give you so many new experiences, so you're gonna feel the progress that you're making with all these expansions. This next one I know is a little bit of a touchier subject for YouTube creators, but I have my own thoughts on it. And that's that you should care and be mindful about your analytics. However, you should never let it stop you from experimenting with your content. Your analytics will help you figure out how you need to improve and what your audience wants to watch, but it is your experimentation that is gonna help you define yourself as a unique creator versus blending in with everything else that's kind of saturated on YouTube. The experimentation that you do is going to be the biggest factor that's gonna keep you creative. It's gonna keep you fun to watch, and it's gonna help you break more boundaries. And in return, you in general are just gonna have a lot more fun being a creator on YouTube. The analytics are really only there to help you figure out how you can bring more attention to whatever it is that you're doing. But that experimentation is gonna be that unique factor that's gonna potentially make you explode in your own way. So if anything in here resonated with you, maybe helped you out a little bit, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe because you know I'd love to have you. And now more than ever, it is time to skyrocket.